not only for LPM, but for other subjects also. So now my voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All of you are fine?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
During COVID time, what you are doing? Online class and what else you are doing?
Sleeping, sir.
All of you have this laptop or desktop at your home?
No, sir.
At the earliest possible, my only submission is that at the earliest possible, you should have at least one desktop or laptop. Laptop will be better because you will have to carry it whenever college is opening. Even in our veterinary college, when I took the class, I also told them, at least these days, one laptop is indispensable. It is really required these days. Okay. Because
Yes,
in the mobile, you cannot store many data, or from mobile to study the documents, it is quite difficult. And especially such type of situation when you are staying at home and you will have to search, you will have to depend upon the net and all. Better you should have one laptop at the earliest possible. So my only submission is that at the earliest possible, somehow try to manage one laptop. Okay. Till your laptop you are getting, till then try to see you utilize your mobile to get the information required for the different classes. So those not having laptop, how you are managing your online classes, how you are looking at how you study?
No, sir.
How you study?
Sir, from mobile phone.
From mobile, definitely it is difficult, yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the first point, just keep in mind. Now coming to our this class. This class is especially Unit 4. Unit 4, in the next examination, this Unit 4 will be covered. So 1 or 2 lectures I am going to take it on this wildlife, and I am in touch with some wildlife expert so that they can also take few classes about the wildlife management part. Okay, one of our students, especially from this other veterinary science Selesi one, she is Dr. Conley. Now she is a scientist in the Wildlife Institute of India, located in Dehradun. I hope you know Wildlife Institute of India. It is located in Dehradun. So she is a scientist or faculty in that institute. So I am in touch with her. So she is willing to accept some classes. As well as another person, he is my friend, Dr. P.J. Deka. You might be knowing about pygmy hog. Have you heard the word pygmy hog?
No, sir.
Pygmy hog. So later on you search in the net, okay, pygmy hog. It is a very miniature form of pig. Some people say it is a rodent, but it is not under the rodent, it is under the piggery group, okay. So this is a Sassascrofa, very small size, around 8-9 kilo body weight. They used to give birth 3 or 4 young ones. This is a highly endangered species, only found in Assam. Nowhere in the world it is found. The population is hardly 300 to 400 where existed in the wild. So around 20 to 25 years ago, they have started capturing this pygmy hawk from the wild, and they are doing some captive breeding program in Guwahati. And from there, they are trying to releasing in their different sanctuaries as well as park. You have heard, I hope, Manas National Park. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is situated in Assam. So their captive breeding program is it in Guwahati. So they are trying to increase their population and they are releasing time to time in the Manas, as well as another one is there, Pavitra is there, then another one is there, Soidwar is there. They are trying to rehabilitate these animals. So this is called pygmy hog. So you can later on you can search it in the net. What is pygmy hog? Okay. So the coordinator of that center, Dr. Orak Jyoti Deka. So he is my classmate, of course 1 year senior to me, but we studied BBSc in age together way back in 1989 to 94. We did graduation together as well as master degree. He completed in 1996. Later on he joined in that institute. That institute is controlled by Darrell Wildlife Trust. Darrell Wildlife Trust. This is Wildlife Trust is originated from United Kingdom. So his name is Dr. P.J. Deka. So he has visited many countries related to wildlife. So he is having vast experience about the wildlife management, especially the captive breeding program. Okay. So if possible, if our headquarters is allowing, we are going to invite these two personalities to give you the lectures, especially on wildlife management. Is it okay?
Thank you, sir.
So try to see in the net what is pygmy hog, what is Wildlife Institute of India. Little bit try to search in the net. Okay. So coming to the today's topic part. Now I hope all of you know everybody used to speak wildlife. Huh? So as you can see my presentation or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so wildlife, as such, when you say it is
Yes, sir.
not only the animals, it includes everything. Whatever it is found in the nature, that is including the animals, plants, all flora and fauna. Combiningly, it is called wildlife in broader sense. But in narrower sense, normally we used to deal with these animals as well as the birds. Animals under the animal kingdom, birds is also included. Okay, so in a broader sense, wildlife means it includes all the this is living creatures in animal, that is flora as well as fauna. Okay, flora as well as fauna, it called wildlife. So now in 10+2 or even in 10th also you studied why we should conserve the wildlife. At least one or two can say why we should conserve the wildlife. Can you say at least one? Why we should conserve the wildlife?
Sir, to maintain the balance in ecology in our environment.
Okay, well, you said to maintain the balance in ecology in the environment. Okay, well, so can you explain a little further?
Sir, if one
Yes, yes. One is to speak. Yes. Predator and prey relationship. You want to mean that if the prey is vanished, the predator's number will increase, right? You want to say like that? If the prey is reduced or predator is reduced, then prey's number will increase and vice versa, right? And that way it will lead to ecological imbalances, right? You want to mean like that? So I hope you have heard about Project Tiger, Project Elephant, Grey Lion Project. I hope you have heard these words.
Yes, sir.
And about Kaziranga National Park, I hope all of you students are, majority of you are from Northeastern region. I hope you have heard about Kaziranga National Park, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this Kaziranga National Park is famous for one-horned rhinoceros. Okay, one-horned rhinoceros. So government of India, including government of Assam, they're trying to increase the population of this one-horned rhinoceros. So at the beginning of this 19th century, the population was reduced below 1,000. Then after captive breeding and as well as after conservation and all, the population is now nearing 3,000 in the wild. So what I want to mean, if say all the rhinos are eliminated from the Kaziranga National Park, do you feel anything is going to happen in the ecological imbalances will be there? Do you feel there will be any ecological imbalances will be there? Very big way? Definitely it is not. What I want to focus is that I do agree if the rhinoceros are eliminated from the Kaziranga National Park, whatever the vegetation they are consuming, their population will increase. But in a very short term, it is not going to happen anything. We will not notice anything in short term. Okay? So, no doubt, whatever you said, predator and prey relationship, that is there. When some group of animals are eliminated, definitely it will affect in the food chain. I hope you know a little bit about food chain. It will affect, that I do agree. But immediately there will not be effect. So why we should conserve the wildlife? It is not because that it will cause ecological imbalances, but it is our moral responsibility. This is the main thing, our moral responsibility to protect the wild animals. As you know, living aside God, among all creatures, we are more brainy. We used to control the nature, all of you know, right? So, right at the moment, among all animals, we are also under the animals. So, we are the most developed, our brain is developed. So, we are controlling. As a result, our population is increasing in a rapid rate in the last few hundred years. In the nature, when one species population is increasing, definitely it will put pressure on the nature, and the other population number is going to decrease. So that's what's happening in the last few hundred years. The human population is increasing, and we are directly putting direct pressure on the natural resources. As a result, some of the species, the population is decreasing at a very rapid rate. This is man-made. All of you know, millions of years ago, dinosaurs were here. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So, what do you feel? Why is dinosaurs extinct? Anybody can say?
So volcanic eruptions.
Volcanic eruption.
Change in the climate.
Changing in the climate. Nice.
Due to natural calamities.
Yes. So definitely it is not man-made, right? So what I want to mean is that, so some of these species, because of the changes in the environment, some of these species extinct from the earth. Okay, that is not man-made. This is a process of evolution. So during the whole process of our evolution, there was climatic changes were taken place, which took millions of years. And some species, they could not able to adapt when they change in the climate, and they were eliminated. Okay, so this is not man-made. This is a natural one, like dinosaurs. But some of these species, especially last few hundred years, when the population is increasing because of destruction of the habitat, their numbers is drastically reduced, and some of the species is already extinct. So this is man-made. So natural, whatever the changes is taken place is a long process that we cannot control it. But whatever the man-made causes is there, that we have to control it. Otherwise, these wild animals will not be there. So being the supreme creature, living aside God, repeatedly I am living aside God. Some people say God is there, some people say God is not there. That is not a matter of discussion here. But I am saying among the animals, including human beings, we are the topmost creatures. So it is our moral responsibility to live and let live. That means we should live as well as we should allow other species to live. Okay, this is the basic reason why we should conserve the wildlife. Things I hope little bit clear to you.
Yes, sir.
See, now regarding the course, do you have the syllabus or not?
No, sir.
All of you have the syllabus, theory as well as practical one. Okay, if you do not have, I will send the syllabus, both theory as well as practical. And some of the materials, some of the written materials, and some of the PDF files, some of the books, which is available, soft copies are there. So I will try to share in your WhatsApp group or some other means I will try to share. Okay, so I will send it to you. You please go through all those notes and all, right? So right at the moment, you no need to write, only just listen what I'm discussing. Okay, so about the material required for your exam and all, you leave it aside, right? So leave it aside about the exam part. Don't worry about the exam part. What are the courses, what are the content, all those things I will send to you. Try to understand a little bit about these animals. Okay. So now next slide. Can you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is what. Can anybody tell what is the name of this bird? Is it duck, right?
It's a duck.
It's a duck. The head is pink, huh? Head is pink color. You have seen, huh?
Yes, sir.
So it is a pink-headed duck. It was available especially in the northeastern region and parts of Himalayan region in India. And it was seen way back in 1950s. After that, these birds were not noticed. And might be, this bite might have already extinct from India. From India means as a whole from the world. So some people still in apprehension or believe that few birds may be available in the jungles of marshlands of Myanmar or the northeastern region, but since 1950s, nobody could able to see this bird. This is pink-headed duck. Okay. Then another one, this one I hope all of you know. What is this?
Cheetah.
Cheetah.
Leopard.
It is cheetah. It was earlier available in this subcontinent, not only in India and China and some other places. Now it is being extinct from here. So this cheetah and cheetah which is available in Africa and all a little bit different. So this was earlier it was in the India. Now it is being extinct. So these are, people say these are the man-made reason because of the destruction of the habitat. These birds or as well as these animals are being extinct time to time. And considering their population and all, many species, including the birds, the mammals, insects, they are in the list of highly endangered species. If we do not take some precautions, some of the species is going to extinct in near future. Okay, so the endangered species, they require immediate attention. We'll have to protect them. We'll have to protect their habitat and habitation. Otherwise, these animals are going to extinct. At the beginning, as I said, the pygmy hog, the population was hardly 200 to 300 in the wild. Now they are trying to increase and they are trying to rehabilitate it. Okay, these are highly endangered species. And about, as you know, in India, we used to call is that India is a hub of lot of natural resources, including this flora as well as fauna. Okay. So here in the slide, you can see India have great natural resources comprising of around 81,000 species of animals, which accounts for around 372 mammals, around 1,200 birds, around 4,050 reptiles, 200 amphibians, around 2,500 fishes, around 5,000 mollusks, and 60,000 insects are there. And about the flora, that is about the plants and all, nearing around 49,000 species are there. What is IUCN? Can anybody say what is
International
Yes?
Union of Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources.
Yes, nice. So what is IUCN? You try to see in the net. What I'm saying is that at the beginning, as I said, computer is very, very important. Net and the computer, you can learn a lot about this wildlife. So what is IUCN? Some terminologies are there. At the end of the slides, I will show you what are the terminologies. These terminologies, you will have to know it. If you study a little bit, then you will be able to understand. So International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, that is IUCN. This is an international body. This international body, they used to categorize the animals. There are certain categories are there. Some are vulnerable, some are rare, some are endangered, some are threatened. So what is threatened species? What is rare species? What is vulnerable species? What is endangered species? Some special definitions are there, that the notes I'm going to give it to you. Okay, so just you keep in mind that endangered species that needs utmost care, that you try to see. Some you say that highly endangered, like PB how the highly endangered. Some are extinct, like pink hooded duck. Okay, so this IUCN, they used to make the list, which are all the animals which are listed in the endangered species, vulnerable there. They have to make a book. So this is called Red Data Book. I hope some of you might have heard Red Data Book. So they used to make a list. Okay. So what I want to tell you is that whatever the birds, animals, insects, whatever the name you know, try to make a list first. Whatever it is coming to your mind, just to make a list. Just to make a list in a piece of paper. Then one by one species, you try to go search in the net. When you have a little bit of relaxed time, try to search in the net and try to collect this information, copy it, paste it, make a folder, and try to make one by one, serially one folder. Say animal, one folder, under that again subfolder you can make it. Say cheetah, you can make it. Say hippo, you can make it. Say Bengal florican, you can make it. Like this way, try to make folder and try to know a little bit about these animals. At least at the end of these courses, you should know some of the highly endangered species of birds as well as the animals, and a little bit about the biology. So it is, you can say it is a part of your little bit of your homework. Okay. So these are about some of the informations about the wildlife resources of India. That is notes I will provide to you about the wildlife resources of India. As the timing is, you have class from 11, I will have to go very quickly. Under this one, conservation program, as you know, I hope all of you know about the rhino. As already I said, Kaziranga National Park is famous for one-horned rhinoceros. What is horn, by the way? Any idea?
Sir, follow cavity.
Sir, Cornwall process.
Yes, yes.
Sir, hollow projection.
It is like normal horn. What is the difference of Indian rhino as well as African rhino?
Sir, Indian ones have one single horn.
Single horn, right? That one is double horn. So, not related to wildlife. You have heard about double hump camel?
Yes, sir.
In India, it is available or not?
Yes, sir.
Where it is?
Rajasthan.
Rajasthan is only single hump, not in Rajasthan. Rajasthan, majority of majority of all the camels are in single hump. Double hump is available in Ladakh region. Sometimes they used to ask in your exam, okay? So it is not related to wildlife. So about what is horn? Try to search in the net. What is horn? Try to know it. Okay, what is horn? Try to know it. So Indian rhino is a single horn. Okay, the size is little bit smaller than the African one, and here the Kaziranga National Park is famous for this one. As I said, the population was reduced below 1,000.
Is exoskeleton.
Hello.
Sir, horn is exoskeleton.
Yes. So what I'm saying, try to know about this horn in the net. Try to know. What I want to focus is about the conservation. My point is, way back, that is 19th century, at the beginning of the 19th century, the population was decreased below 1,000 numbers. Okay. So government of India, they started this program, that is way back in 1984. So they tried to increase the population. They took some rhinos from here, and they try to relocate in Dudhua National Park, that is Uttar Pradesh. Anybody been to this Dudhua National Park? No. Okay, I hope some of the BCI students might be from UP. They might have visited. So this UP Dudhua National Park, they are trying to relocate this rhino. Fortunately, in 2000, I visited that Dudhua National Park, and when we went inside the jungle, then we could able to notice from the close proximity this rhino. So what I'm saying, these rhinos, they tried to propagate the population there. Earlier population was there, but later on destruction of the habitat, the population was decreased, and they try to increase it. So like this way, like conservation of rhino, there are different projects they have taken. Conservation of elephants they have taken. Conservation of lion, they have taken up project. As all of you know, the lion is only available here in India in the wild, that is in Green National Park. Okay, so they are also taking measures, different measures to increase the population of these wild animals. So government of India, they are taking different programs to increase the population of these animals. So about what is the operation rhino, and what are the different programs they have taken up to increase the population of rhino and elephant, this one I will give it to you. The information I will share on to you. So as it is nearing 11, what I want to make finally here, all of you are there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is the last slide. Of course, definitely I will share this. What I want to say to you is, make a soft copy of different wild animals and birds, as already I explained to you, and try to take one or two photographs, their population, and a little bit about biology. Little bit, very little information. Say what is the lifespan, what is the gestation period, like that way. Little information. Try to know it. Okay, try to make one folder. Whatever it is coming to your mind, is just note it. You can discuss among yourselves. Then by that way, searching in the net, you will get a lot of informations. Okay. Then, as I said, try to see in the net about Wildlife Institute of India. What is Wildlife Institute of India? And if you go inside the web page, there you will find some annual reports. These are easily downloadable from PDF forms are available. And in your relaxed time, try to see what is there. So you will, without knowing, unknowingly, you will know so many things. When you just browse all those folders or all those PDF files, when just if you browse it, then you will know so many things about the wildlife. Okay. So, and if the corona is over, if you get time, visit some zoos or national parks. That way, your curiosity about this zoo, national parks, it will increase if you get time. And about the some of the definition of what is vulnerable, what is endangered, what is rare, treat and Central Zoo Authority of India, IUCN, CITES, BNAS, Red Data Book, WWF. Like this, say difference between national park, wildlife sanctuary, biosphere reserve. All these things, try to know, try to collect it from the net. So, what I'm saying, what are the informations? It is with me. I will share with you. Number one, okay. So, from examination point of view, what are the informations I'm going to provide? What are the informations the external expert they are going to provide? That will be more than sufficient. Okay, for example. But to increase your knowledge base, horizon of your knowledge base, it will be better. Whatever I said, purchase one laptop, try to search about the wildlife and try to collect some information. Not only for the wildlife, for other courses also nowadays, this one laptop is very, very indispensable. Okay. So I will wind it up as it is almost 11 past. So thank you for joining this one. Then I will talk with your sir, this Dr. Imtiwati, especially from Jaluki, as well as Dr. Gyanasari. Then what are the information it is I'm promised to you, I will share with you. Okay. Any question? Okay, then thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.